Hi guys, welcome to Cruising Tarot. I'm gonna go ahead and begin the Trump's reading. Remember, I'm not for or against him. I'm just doing a tarot reading. I want to be unbiased with when it comes to him, an unbiased energy, because if not, like some tarot readers who are really like quacky will start going really negative towards his read or too positive, one or the other. So I'm gonna try to be neutral as possible. So let's go ahead and get started on Trump's reading. Why am I doing Trump's again, like I say in every video? It's because he's a Gemini just like me. First Gemini since I've been born that's been president. So I decided to do it because of that. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Now you decide you want to follow me just because of that, then it's really your decision. I'm just doing it just so we can know what's going on with him. We need to know what he's been up to, don't you think? Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Please, guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so I can continue to grow. That would be awesome. So, put my nails on. They're kind of crooked. It is what it is. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to do a couple of spreads about what he's been up to, what's going to happen, the good stuff, the bad stuff for him, and then possibly do a yes or no question for my people who are viewing it about Trump. It has to be specifically about Trump realistically, and then one for Trump if he ever watches this, which I doubt it because he's the president, what can I say? And then so most likely he won't watch this and then answer yes or no, maybe answer for him. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's see, what do I start with? I wanted to start with this one. Let's see, what is Trump dealing with when it comes to presidency? What is Trump gonna be dealing with whenever this video comes out? This one will probably come out in September, I believe. So let's talk September. What is happening with Trump in September? What's happening with Trump in September? That's too many. Okay, let me put it back in. That's a huge bunch. I'm not taking that many. So let me just go ahead and shuffle it a little bit better. Well, okay. Oh my gosh. I'm not taking that many. I have an idea of the kind of spread that I want, and it's not coming out like I wanted to for some reason. These cards are kind of weird to shuffle, so even after they were cut. I bought them like this already. Okay, so I'm just going to start with this, all right? Do I need clarifications? I don't know. Anyways, let's see here. Okay, so here's the deal. There's something he was desiring, something he had an initial, like something new. The page represents something new or small, right? I think there's something new that he was passionate about, that he was eager, excited about. He's feeling a little discontent about this because there's nothing happening. So he's feeling like there's a break. Maybe there's quietness, something about knowledge. There's some kind of knowledge here surrounding this. So he looks discontent. I'm not saying, all I'm saying is he looks discontent here. Like he's waiting. He's excited about this. And it's something he had planned out, strategized when it comes to this. It hasn't come out, whatever this is that he's dealing with or wants. Let me see, what is this about? Oh, these cards, I swear, I don't know if I would like them. They're just not shuffling or coming out good. Something he's trying to end. He's trying to end something here. Some kind of betrayal. What is this about? Okay, something that ended that he was really excited or passionate about. He's trying to heal and recover from it. Okay. All right, let's continue. I don't know if I'm going to use these again. These are weird. But anyways, or shuffle them a little different. All right, so there is some kind of mutual energy that he's dealing with, okay? He's dealing with somebody here, and he's a king. Somebody's a king here. So whoever he's dealing with is a king of cups here kind of energy. Someone that possibly is idealistic. This person follows their own heart when it comes to things. Someone trying to wash their hands out of this is what it's telling me. Someone who's trying to wash their hands out of a situation. There's some kind of mutual energy between them, though, that they both feel the same way about each other. What is the same feeling? Drama. They're both feeling drama. They're feeling competition. They're both very in conflict with each other, okay? And it could be like a president or some higher up person, someone who's entitled or has some kind of privilege of some sorts. And it's not him. I really don't get that it's him. What is this about with this person? What's happening or what? See what I mean? This like really shuffles kind of weird. Shuffles kind of weird. All right, so let's see. Do I have a time limit? No. Okay. What else? Again, some kind of healing energy, and it could be related to the first spread. So he's trying to come together with this person as a president or as a country, some kind of happiness between them. He's trying to heal something here. He's trying to renew something here. So, you know, I'm going to ask a question about this King of Pentacles. Where is my card deck? Nope, not that one. Where did I put that one at? Must have taken it somewhere, but let me double check something really quick here, guys. Maybe this one right here. Yeah, it is this one. Okay, let me just grab this card deck over here. I'm curious to know who this is. I'm curious to know who this is here. These are my feelings. Okay, who is this King of Tights he's trying to fix things with? Who is this? How we would know via media, because I'm assuming this is somebody in the media, that he's trying to fix things in September. Maybe behind closed doors or in public, something. How will we know who this is as American public? Okay, it could be a fire sign or a water sign more than anything. Someone that, obviously he works in the community. Like I said, he's probably some politician here. But someone who likes to drink a lot or is a time waster of some sort. And here comes the word water again. It's someone he's trying to heal things. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and ask the question. What happened between them that he feels like he has to? I think it's drama and conflict between them. What happened between them? What happened? What's the biggest thing or just a clue of what happened between them? Okay, now we have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is like, it's someone trying to win at all costs. It's like some kind of pride and ego, someone trying to win at all costs. Because someone feels like they have to represent of some sorts. And it almost looks like she's holding the earth, the planet here. Unique. I don't know why I want to say climate. It could have to do with climate, nature, and then also being practical. Someone's trying to be practical. Someone's trying to feel secure, something like that. They want to win at all costs when it comes to the other person. You know, because we have the two, I think they both feel the same about each other. Like they both feel very, like there's drama between them kind of thing. All right. Let me go ahead and pull some more cards and see what else is going on. I'm going to ask the specific questions instead, okay? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use a different deck now because that one I need to get used to it or cut it a little bit more to make it smaller. So I don't like how it shuffles. Okay. For Trump. All right. What is the biggest thing that we know of that's happening for Trump in September? What is the biggest thing? Just Trump, period. What is the biggest thing that we're not going to be aware of? Like it's a secret or it's behind closed doors that happening for Trump. Okay, what is the Tower about? You know, I'm going to go ahead and pull the other ones here. Maybe this one. What is the Tower about? Anything else? Okay, I'm just going to leave it like that. What is the Hangman about? I'll pull one more. Whoops. Making a mess over here. I was not ready for this, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. What is the Tower and vacation about, or what more do we need to know about that one? All right, so the biggest thing publicly that we're going to be aware of is something's going to go down for Trump. Something's going to be ruined, or something's going to be revealed. Something's going to be exposed about some kind of truth here. It's big, whatever this is. You know what I'm thinking? Maybe, possibly, it's the whole Epstein thing, because that's what's been going on. I might ask questions about the whole Epstein thing here at the end. That upsets me in a way because, yes, we need to know this. But if people are using that as collateral or using that against Trump, like that's when you'll know, like you'll support him or not. But these are the same people who are upset and fighting the whole Epstein thing because he was, which I get it, he was a monster and he was abusing women and young women, like children pretty much. But yet they're the same people that probably support P. Diddy sometimes. Some of them do. They support, or they don't care that you literally have a local pedophile next to you. You probably treat them good in your community. I don't like that. No, it's like you know, the biggest difference you can make is not making, like, you know, not welcoming pedophiles in your community. I'm not saying go after them or anything like that, but don't treat them good just because you're too awkward or special, or you feel like they, you know, you don't know how else to do with it. I don't know how else to say that, guys. The reason I say is because there's a local pedo here. I don't deal with that person at all. And people around are like, treat them nice and they're welcoming. And I'm like, these probably the same people who are mad at Trump for the whole Epstein thing. Anyways, let's go ahead and continue. This is just my opinion. So I'm against Epstein. Trust me. I don't like that Trump's not releasing information if that's what it is. But at the same time, like, there's people out there that still support P. Diddy. I just don't understand that. Okay, so again, some kind of going back to this. That's just my opinion. Something got ruined. It's revealed some kind of truth, and there's a lot of communication gossip about this. So it's almost saying the biggest thing he's dealing with, some kind of truth that needs to be exposed, or it's already been exposed, or it's fallen apart for him. It has to do with some kind of communication. Communication can be letters, emails, conversations, the way the media is portraying something, all right? And there's something about a special day or it coming full circle. Why am I thinking Epstein is because Epstein's, even though there was one or two other presidents, I don't know, they had this whole file thing, but yet he's putting under pressure way more than anybody else, more than Biden, to put out this list for some reason. And I feel like things are falling apart for him because he's not communicating something when it comes to this, and people wanted to come full circle. Like, this was what happened, this was going on, and then wanted to end, kind of thing, by revealing that and punishing those who needs to be punished. All right, so this is what we are aware of, what we're watching. What are we not watching? What are we not seeing? That's the biggest thing happening for Trump, that's behind closed door or secret. All right, so we have the Hangman. The Hangman represents someone who's stuck. sacrificing. All right. So someone that's releasing here, releasing something. All right. So this could mean that someone here is sacrificing. What are they? Let me just go with one meaning. Sacrificing. What are they sacrificing? Money. He's sacrificing money behind closed doors, and it's an open and closed information on a book. A book can mean accounting, for example. And if it's not related to money, this could be someone feeling stuck here. Not knowing where to go when it comes to some kind of investment or money here. There's something about a money. Isn't it like the whole Knox bank thing? I don't even know what it's, Fort Knox or something like that. And there's something about information in it that he's dealing with, is what it's telling me. So he's feeling stuck. He don't know how to deal with it. And it comes to our finances or money or his personal money. And then something about information or history within a book. A book can be an accounting book or something like that. Numbers. All right. All right. So sorry about my rant, but it's true though. I don't like how people get all crazy obsessive over the whole Epstein thing because they feel like they're doing something heroic online, which I don't think you should not say anything about it. But again, and I watched the local community, how they even let a pedo in a parade, and it's like, that's probably the same kind of cracky people. But anyways, so here we go. Let's see what we got. All right, so let's go ahead and see. Let's do it, like ask a little questions about the countries. See what in September, what would be anything, what's the status or connection or relationship between, let's do, let me write this down before I forget who am I mentioning here. I'm going to write this in this piece of paper. Let's do America, of course, USA, of course, before I say National America. Okay, USA. All right, so there's Russia, there's China. Mexico. Why? Because I've been hearing a lot of things about Mexico now online. Let's see who else here. I'm just gonna do those three. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and ask these questions. Again, I'm here for entertainment purposes, guys. This is not proof or anything solid. This is just tarot, okay? I'm trying to do it as natural as neutral as I can, but I can't be neutral when it comes to pedophiles. Sorry, I don't know if you guys like them. There's just we're going really like downhill as a country or as a world. So that's the only one I feel very negative towards, is those kind of people. Okay, so in general, those people, right? So let's see here. All right, what is the overall status, right, between Russia, the USA, how they view Trump as an overall? Like, how do they view Trump as in September? Okay. Okay, so overall, as a country, even I have a feeling, I'm going to do this. Why is this card for the people who support Trump? Or I'm going to say like the people who support Trump. What about the people who don't support Trump? Alrighty, so this is how overall America energy is seeing Trump. They're seeing him determined, driving force, going forward. I mean, that's the Chariot, guys. If you don't believe me, before you start going crazy on me, look it up. It means like self-control, discipline, success. But to me, also movement forward is what it says. See, I haven't put movement on there. Determined, going a certain direction is how they see him. The people who support him, why? Because they took a leap of faith with him. They feel like he's beginning to do things, like new things. It's what, like, he's branching out also in a way. And why they think that he's doing that is because I do believe that the reason why is maybe a lot of people were hopeless in the past. They were possibly feeling like there was so much hopelessness in the past is what it's telling me. I do feel also though there's some still worry, some energy and how fast he's going, and it's all new to them. Like he's doing things that are kind of new. Even what do I mean by that? I mean, look at the past presidents, look at the new stuff Trump's been doing versus them, and it's giving them a little bit of a worry, some kind of energy too, though. All right, so let's see here. The people who don't support him, they feel like his movement or direction is unbalanced. It's unequal. It's not fair. Something like that. All right. Is what they're feeling. I'm going to ask this because I'm a weirdo and I come up with weird questions because I'm a Gemini, guys, just like him. Okay. How does Trump overall in September, how does overall he thinks about the American people as a country? What does he think? Okay. Okay, he's got a passion. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you something, guys. This card, he thinks he's like almost like for the people. It's like he's representing the people, what is telling me here, and he thinks it's what, like, he's got passion, fire, energy, kind of masculine energy here, and he feels like that's what America needs, is what I'm saying. Whether or not it's true, I'm not saying that. This is what he thinks that he needs to, like, light a fire into the American people kind of thing. I don't know why. But anyways, let's see here. How does he see the American people, though? Or the country overall? He sees that the country needs guidance, needs renewal, needs hope kind of thing. He sees it. All right. What does he say about us as, like, what does he really say about us as a country? He sees having a lot. Like the Empress, that someone represents fertility, action, has everything. He thinks we're like one of the best countries. Of course, you know, I do feel like we're one of the best countries. Maybe not number one, maybe sometimes. It depends on what we're talking about, but that's just technical. But I do feel like he thinks we have a lot going on. Like we're a good country overall. All right. Now let's go ahead and see. How does he feel about us as a country? How does he feel? He feels that he feels rejected sometimes. He feels heartache, like we're hurt also. Like we're grieving or we're like suffering somehow. Or maybe we made him suffer. Or we're like, he's feeling heartache over like rejection kind of attitude. I don't know. All right. So let's go ahead and see. If you guys don't agree with me because you hate them, that's fine. Hate them. I don't give a shit. But look up the cards. I mean, you literally see the cards and look them up on Google, all right? Instead of questioning me, just look it up yourself. All right, so here we go. Let's go ahead and ask about Russia, right? Let's see. In September, via President Trump, like through Trump, right? What is the status between Trump and Putin, the president in Russia? What is the status? It's something about control. I know that the strength came out. There is some kind of strength here going on between them, right? There's something strong, but it's like almost like trying to tame something here. Taming something. See, I have the word tame here. So it's like taming something with Russia. Okay, what do we need to know about how Russia feel Putin, right? Because he's the one in control right now. How does Putin feel about America as a country? What is his opinion, ideas, thoughts overall? You know, like The Hermit can represent contemplation, solitude, insight, awareness kind of thing. But the word space here came out. Like possibly he thinks there should be space between us and him. And what I mean is like, duh, there is space. But I mean like no mingling or dealing with each other kind of thing. You know, like not influencing each other is what he's thinking. All right. So how does he see us as a country? How does he see Russia sees America as a country? You see us being victorious, successful. I mean, like we're always online getting recognition of some sorts. What does he say about us as a country? What does he say about us as a country? Wow, this guy has like not the most horrible thoughts, but I don't know. I'm shocked. But anyways, he feels that like I don't know how to explain this. I know the Empress came out earlier for America for Trump. This one is the Emperor. It's like structured, like we're structured. He said we're structured. Like we're structured, we're protective of some sorts, or we are protected here. Okay. How does he feel about us as a country? He feels that why is that here? I'm gonna ask that, sorry. There's something about him wishing we would choose something. He's wishing, he feels like he wishes we could choose something. Something about online. Is that Mother Russia? Maybe. And justice. Serving some kind of justice here. That's what he's wishing. That's weird. I'm not sure what that is all about. Alright, so... Oh, I forgot to ask. Let me go ahead and shuffle them and I'll ask, what kind of action is Russia taking when it comes to America in September? If he's taking any kind of action in September. Okay, I don't think... Okay, there's two ways to see this. It's something about leaving it to destiny kind of thing. If it is, leaving it to destiny because he has to wait. All right? So, and it's like not really doing anything. He's just like, you know, whatever happens, happens. Something he's thinking he has to feel this way. So I don't know why he's feeling like whatever happens, happens, because, you know, he's stuck on not being able to do anything, period. Or this could be more like in time, things will change and then someone will see a different perspective. It's what he's thinking. You know, it almost like when it comes to what? Seeing a different perspective when it comes to what? Some kind of judgment. Okay, so this is what something's happening when he feels like America or Trump or somebody, that he feels that things will change in time. We will see, or Trump will see, a new perspective about some kind of judgment we took upon Russia. Because he's wearing red. Some kind of things will change. Things will change. They will see that, you know, they will see a new perspective when it comes to some kind of judgment. Like how we see Russia? I don't know. But anyways, I mean, how do they expect people to think when you're invading a country? But anyways, this is my opinion, guys. All right, let's go ahead and go to China. All right. All right, China. How does China think thoughts in September about America as a whole? What is thoughts? Okay, so what is this about? The one word stuck out and I have to get to see if what I'm thinking this is about. Okay, so again, someone here feeling guided or hopeful that we would keep our distance, not meddle with them. But yet they're meddling with us. It's like not hoping that we will not know about some kind of meddling, or they're, because now remember that aren't they the ones buying companies here in the United States and making so much money off of us here? And we're not investing as much as in there other than their products, and they're literally buying, I think, property and or investments here. And there's some kind of, I would have to look at that, guys, something in New Mexico or Nevada. They're digging for that. Is it uranium? Not uranium. It's the solar powered things for the vehicles, whatever that stuff is. One of the substances there, they found a huge thing in there, and China was like trying to hurry up and buy property because of that. But anyways, we'll need to stop being greedy and really think about our future. But yeah, what politician isn't greedy, right? So anyway, so they're hoping some kind of solitude. It's like keeping quiet. They're hoping someone's not gonna, like America's not gonna know, you know, like being quiet. Or it could be they're hoping for some space. Again, space is really coming out, like not meddling with them. So they're doing something that they're worried that the American people will be meddling or finding out some kind of meddling, and they don't want us to meddle with them. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. How do they see us as a country? How do they see the American people as a country? Okay, so they see us very confused. They see us very distracted with a lot of things happening within ourselves. Like we're easily confused and or distracted. Sorry. And that's true because there's a lot of crazy things happening, and people are too focused on things that shouldn't be focused on, I think, in my opinion. But anyways, what do they say about us as a country? What does the Chinese government or the higher ups say about, is it a Chinese dynasty or something kind of thing, say about us as a country? All right, so the Six of Cups can represent children, immaturity, in my opinion, because if you look it up, Six of Cups is also has a picture on the classic tarot is children, right? So what could this mean? What does this mean? Familiar. They're hoping either some kind of familiarity or something like that, or a gift in the past, or immaturity, and they're hoping. Okay, so this could, Six of Cups could represent gift, right? Some kind of gift here. They're kind of usually giving each other some kind of gift in the card. So I really do feel it's either some kind of gift or restoring, and they're hoping for this, that it'll satisfy somebody here. Not sure what that means. I'm gonna go ahead and ask. I don't know why. I feel like I have a more of a laid back. Well, the reason is laid back and not able to do much is because Russia doesn't really have as much resources, I think. I could be wrong. But anyways, but let me look at China, because I don't know why I feel like I need to look at that. What do we need to be aware of in September when it comes to China? What are they doing that could hurt us as a country? What is China doing in September that can hurt us as a country? All right, so I don't know why this is sticking out. There's something about bugs here. Releasing something. Right? That's what it looks like here. This one's guided, hope, and renewal, right? And if it's just that, right, it's saying hope, guidance, renewal with the country is we're going to be very disappointed if we think we're going to have a better relationship in September. Or having hope with this country, we're going to regret that. Or this bug's coming out. Why did that stick out? Something like that. Some kind of infestation, some kind of disease, something just very, not seen very well, like not very digestible, something like that. We're going to be very sad and disappointed when it comes to that. And then they're going to leave like they're not going to take responsibility or something like that. And then we have here the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is time to move on, letting go kind of energy here, right? And then we have the High Priestess. You know what? Okay, they're cutting ties with something we're not aware of. They're walking away from something we're not aware of that may hurt us. There's some kind of deal or a situation or something like that. They're walking away and we're not aware, in silence. They're letting this go, whatever this is, but it's not good for us, right? It's not good for us. They're leaving something behind that we're not aware of, that we're not going to be happy with. I don't know if that makes any sense. All right, so this is what I got for China. Let me just ask, how does China see Trump? What is the overall energy? How the people in control in China, what are their thoughts or energy towards Trump being president? What else? Okay, they see him like, there's some people there that's, you know, Three of Cups literally mean like coming together. If you don't believe me because you hate Trump, that's fine. This just means friendship, community, happiness. Look it up. All right, so it's like they see it positive coming together with him, and they see him like either because they're happy because they feel like they can control him, or they're happy because they feel like he's in control. If that makes any sense. I just gotta be unbiased, so I have to say it both ways, guys. Both ways. All right, so let's go to Mexico. I don't know why that's the only questions I wanted to ask about China. So, Mexico. Let's see here. And I'm going to pull my other cards in a minute, all right? So, how does Mexico, let's go ahead and do people in charge of Mexico. The top people. How do they see America? How do they see or think about America? There's something about, okay, this person is holding the cup. All right, so it's like, I'm going to say this like this. I know this means patience, moderation, compassion, blah, 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 peace. Maybe they could feel peaceful, but I do feel like they're taking, like they can get from the United States. Why? Because look, there's a cup down here and there's a cup up there. And I still believe we're a better country than Mexico, even though I'm Hispanic, so calm down. So this is a silver cup. This is a golden cup. America's a golden cup. This is a silver cup. It's like the golden cup is feeding into the silver. There's some kind of feeding, like they feel like they can get out of America. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and ask here. Okay, the people in charge. I'm going to ask this, actually. I don't give a fuck. That's great. I'm going to ask this. I've been wanting to ask this. Again, this is not proof of any kind. I'm here for entertainment purposes, nothing more, nothing less. But I'm going to go ahead and ask this question. Does the cartel have any kind of influence on decisions making? And I don't mean like because they did this, now we have to do this, kind of, no. Do they have their hands, like deep pockets in the Mexican government that run the country? Does the cartel have control of Mexico in the government setting? Yes, no, maybe. Whether or not the government has no choice because they don't have protection, it doesn't matter. Do they have control of the Mexican government, the cartel? Yes, no, maybe. Dude. If it's a no, or maybe they don't have every aspect of control in the country, but that doesn't mean they don't have partial. I just said this is sideways, so I'm not taking it. Does the cartel have some type of control or control? I'm going to keep the word that I said. In the government, Mexican government. Does the cartel have control? Yes. Yes, yes, they do. Of course. I mean, I'm not super shocked, honestly. Okay. Here's a question I'm going to ask, and I'm going to go back. You know what? Let me do this first, and I'll ask this other interesting question about that. Does the probably going to call Trump in the world, even though those countries are not the whole world. I'm just going to ask, all right? So, how does Mexico feel about America as a whole country? I think emotionally that what they feel is very toxic when it comes to us. I think we're very violent. They think we're just trying to understand that we're violent and toxic. You know, it's interesting. It's like saying the grocery store that provides us candy thinks we're obese, right? It's like saying the country that's providing most of the drugs is saying, well, look at all the drugs in America. They're horrible, even though they're my clients. I'm sorry, but I'm going to say it that way. So, it's like religion. Honestly, I don't think people really follow Catholicism and Christianity a lot in a place like that, because how can you let a country be like that and you think God would want this? I don't think so, but it's just my opinion. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and ask, again, I'm here for entertainment purposes. What is that group? I'm not going to mention their name anymore. They're very influential for Mexico. What is their thoughts when it comes to Trump? That group. It's like this. Okay, the Fool can represent beginning, something new. It could also mean someone being immature or foolish, not knowing where they're stepping. Like Trump, you don't know where you're stepping. Be careful with karma. It's like a warning kind of thing, okay? So let's see here. Something about, look what came out, the cash box. All right, so what is this organized group in Mexico think? What is this organized group in Mexico feel? I'm messing this up. Next action towards Trump. Should have asked a little bit more specific, so sorry. The Magician is having all the tools. What does this mean exactly? What does this mean? Okay, I think their next step, and possibly in September should have been, is having some kind of diplomacy, seeing what they have. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. To satisfy something when it comes to him. And they're looking at their choices. Like how to satisfy what they want. Like having the Magician is also someone putting up a show. Putting up to show off something. They're trying to show off something. They're trying to show that I'm a master at, look at what I've accomplished. Look at what I have. There's desert and mountains behind me. Lots of obstacles that I've dealt with behind me. And there's something about satisfying some kind of wish here. But looking at choices and how to satisfy that. Okay. Well, let's ask Trump the truth here. How does Trump, What does Trump think overall about the cartel? Oh, I said I wasn't going to mention it. About that organized group. That's too many. That is too many. I'm just one or two. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this could be taken both ways. He wants some kind of second chance and wants to offer them that second chance, or wants them to give him a second chance here, or some kind of offer about a second chance. Or he's gonna fulfill some kind of judgment action here, or things he should judge them somehow. And this is what he's got to offer, a judgment call. What is Trump's next action towards this group? All right, so the Two of Cups represents some kind of partnership or connection here. So that's weird. There's some kind of mutual energy here. Space. Mutual partnership space. What is, how is this, like how? Creating some kind of illusion here. And it's almost like, it's like he's distracting. There's some kind of distraction energy here. All right, this is all I'm going to do on this topic. Okay, guys. This is all I got for this section. Let me go ahead and continue, see what else is happening here. Let's go ahead and look at different sections of Trump's life. Why not, right? So let's go ahead and see this card deck. What else is happening for Trump? What else is happening for Trump? Let's do a spread in September. This is specifically September section here too. All right, let's see. Trump. Where do I start? Where do I start? The middle. Whoop. Okay. Top. Let's try to do one at a time. Okay, bottom. Left. And right. Okay, here's the situation Trump's going to be facing, right? Okay, this is a Leo card. All right, so Leo, this is charm, right? He can create whatever he wants because he's very charming. That's what he thinks, or something about that in September. But he's feeling disconnected, like he's not satisfied. Like he feels like he can't, like he's not as charming, or someone's not been charming when it comes to him as a president of some sorts. What is the past influence? Him realizing something here. Him getting some kind of truth or breakthrough, realizing something big time. And he can't charm his way out of this. So it's telling me feeling disconnected of some sorts. And then this is, what is the potential outcome? The potential outcome we have here is the Five of Swords. Five of Swords is trying to win at all cost, or trying to be a little bit sneaky about it. Like he has to really, like, not really strategize, but almost like more secretive in a way. All right, what is the advice? Have more people around you that work together. Being able to, like, not being left out. I know this is a 3 of coins, which is like working together, collaboration, sticking to something you really believe when it comes to work ethics here. And then what is the obstacle you're going to be facing? You having faith in this, feeling like someone appreciates you or someone is appreciative here. All right, so it's like someone feeling like they're always swimming against the current. And it's like, no appreciation. I'm not as charming. I can't wiggle myself out of a situation as much as I used to. All right, let's see here. Let's look at, let me get the other card deck for this one. Let's see, what do I usually look at? Oh yeah, people usually always ask me about love. Okay, let's get some overall quick messages about Trump's love situations or love energy when it comes to love, period, in September. What's going on for love in Trump in September? Something about September, I think, is going to be really intense when it comes to something like a black sun, like a dark sun. I don't know, not the moon, the sun. Like a Leo energy, a country that always has sun or seems sunny. But anyways, love. I don't know why I've just noticed that moon a minute ago, like that. Hey, come on. It's love for Trump. What's going on in September? What's the energy? What's the status? Whatever. Oh my God, are we talking about this or not? No protection for him. He's a public figure. Okay, so this talks about mutual energy, both attraction, partner, and feeling emotional. Feeling very emotional, offering some kind of love, offering apology, having new feelings, or something like that. Tell me one more. You know what? I'm going to pull this one. I like to, anything else when it comes to love for Trump. Movement. All right. Travel. Being efficient and fast. Still working out somehow. For some reason. I'm hoping that's his wife and that's what I'm thinking, but something like that. He's still feeling love. He still has a cup full of emotions and love here. And he's not getting it like alone. It's like he's feeling it mutually too from people around him or someone around him. It could be his wife. And it's happening. It's moving forward, not backwards or stalling or nothing like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what else should we talk about. Let me look at this paper really quick. See what other topics we should be talking about. Oops. Oh, did I just do that? All right, I had to pick that up, and yet I still have some stuff on the floor. Let me grab it. Okay, so I made a mess. My hands are dusty. So what is next? Career. Okay, I'm going to do career and money, all right? So as a president, how is this career looking like as a president? How is this career looking like in September as a president? Anything else? I don't know if this is according to him or people around him or as a country, okay? I should have asked more specifically, but all right, so this card represents hard work, efficiency, responsible, but slow sometimes. And then this one talks about achievements, pleasure, wishes, feeling satisfied. What have you done? What you've accomplished, all right? And then there's something about travel, trade, or water. So in September, he's going to be happy or working towards a wish to come true or being satisfied when it comes to trading with someone. And the ship is like overseas, like distance. Maybe it could be someone else going the distance or another country. Cool. Cool beans. Let's see here. What is his money looking like for Trump? His money, his own money and investments, his assets looking like overall in September for Trump. I might pull an oracle card too. How is that looking for Trump? What else? Okay, so this talks about making a decision, what works for him. Making a decision on how to work on this. What else to do when it comes to work-wise, when it comes to his money. Collaborate, build something. He's making a major decision in September, maybe we're not aware of. And then there's something about him cutting something off, though. He's trying to cut something off because it's not working out for him money-wise, and he's making that major decision in September. I'm going to go ahead and pull an oracle. Why not? What else do we have for Trump for September? Oracle card. Anything else? Okay. There's some kind of temporary worry. Maybe it has to do with what's working out, what's not working out for him. But it's a temporary thing. It's a little bit explosive kind of thing. It happens sporadically or all of a sudden, like it flickers to the problems he's having in September. But I think he's just trying to save up for the future. He's trying to be prepared for it for some reason. He's looking at it. All right, let's go ahead and continue. Let's look at social, right? I'm going to go ahead and do social, like how his reputation, right? His reputation as a, let's see here, his inner circle, whoever he trusts in his inner circle, whether it's family, friends, his co-workers, people who work underneath him. His reputation's close. Okay, how does his reputation from his inner circle look like in September? Someone here in his inner circle feel a little bit possibly disappointed. The reason I think they may be disappointed is because someone's making a decision, or they know about a decision that they might not like that he's doing. That's the overall energy. So someone's not agreeing with something in his inner circle about this. Okay, so see, I'm gonna ask some other questions at the very end. So what is his reputation as us as Americans see Trump in September? What is his overall energy, reputation? As American citizens, how do we see him? I didn't want to take that because I don't think I wanted to jump out. There you go, like that. I wanted to jump out. There you go. Okay. I think there's a lot of us. There's the overall energy is something he's doing. He's reformulating something. Something's being reformulated that he's doing, whether it's through another person underneath him that's doing this, but still making him responsible like the manager. And a lot of people feel that whatever this is could be in some type of ending that a lot of us wouldn't be happy about, or we feel like it's a failure. Reformulating something specific. I think this talks about something specific he's changing. A lot of people feel like it may fail or it's going to fail. How does the world overall see Trump as a reputation kind of card? All right, so this card is a fruits and labor, reckless spending, whatever. So I think this talks about accomplishments and this talks about accomplishments and being kind of like, what is the word I'm thinking about here? Restoring, like resting, contemplating whether this, like his accomplishments, It's like maybe some people don't even want to deal with him anymore and see him as successful. It also means successful here, what someone's accomplished here. Or it's like his successes are not calming down, or he's not having as much success. All right. Oops. I'm just going to go ahead and ask, how does his wife, what is his wife's general overall energy and how her reputation, how she sees Trump's reputation in September, according to her? How does she see him? His wife, his current wife. Okay. This could mean trying to overcome, someone who's trying to overcome, like, being bold in their marriage, being bold when it comes to support, being a great leader when it comes to their connection, marriage, gathering, or something like that. So I think she sees him as a King of Wands. King of Wands to me is someone that's very, a leader, of course, overcoming challenges and stuff, is what it's telling me. And then here's like, within the home community, someone who's always going to overcome things no matter what, within their home or as a country. All right, what else? Let's go ahead and do, what is Trump's next blessing? What is Trump's next blessing? Is he gonna have a blessing? What is it? Trump's next blessing in September. What's a blessing in September? Wow. Okay. Those two cards came again. So he's overcoming something within their marriage. The next, what else? What is this about? I'm just going to go ahead and pull it. This really wants to talk about their marriage. What is this about? He's overcoming something within the marriage that he felt like it was a loss. Like it was deteriorating. Like it was not, good. But he's overcoming something with it. In September, there's a blessing coming in. I'm going to do another blessing because that came out kind of weird. Maybe I need to shuffle a little bit better. Any other message? Any other blessing in September? Let's do 20 cards. See if something comes out by the time it's 20. We're good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, this one came out. What else? All right, so another one, he's cleaning something out. Whatever this is, it's an action or a word he said. He's clearing something up, right? And it's because it needed a huge transformation. It's almost like something that he said was like he feels, I'm not saying it's true or not, that was taken wrong or something like that. And he's trying to clarify, and it's over. Like the beef is over about something specific because he cleared it up. That's what it's telling me. All right, so what is an obstacle Trump's going to be facing in September? The biggest obstacle or just an obstacle, whatever comes out. What is an obstacle he's facing in September? Okay, wow. Male and female energy. So we have the Queen of Vessels and the King of Cups. To me, the Queen of Vessels kind of is like the King of Cups, but the Queen of Cups, but it's not. It's not quite. Oh, I thought someone needed me. All right, so the biggest obstacle. Okay, so it's like biggest obstacle is having more gentle, purposeful diplomacy in September. Something about that has to do with control of emotions, emotional balance. All right, those are Gemini. That's kind of hard for us. So, all right, I'm going to ask yes or no questions here. Is there something shocking coming out in September about Trump? Is there something shocking coming out in September about... Okay, let me rephrase that. Is the media overall against Trump? Is the media anti-Trump overall? Yes, no, maybe. I'm going to start first. Social media, whatever. Channels. Yeah, I don't know, but... No. Says no. You know, I really do think this is authentic feelings, because they're expressing their own authentic feelings, and that gives them pleasure to achieve this, and they feel like it's like difficult. It's difficult to express authentic feeling because it gives them pleasure, and this is what's... You don't believe me? Look, authentic feelings. This gives them pleasure, and then this is something about it makes it difficult, or they're blinded. Sorry, but that's what it's telling me, okay? So it's not necessarily they're not lying. They just feel like they're expressing themselves authentically as they think they are. So, Okay, let's see here. I think that's all I'm going to ask, guys. I think that's a pretty good overall reading. Let's see, anything else happening with Trump that we need to be aware of? Anything else happening with Trump that we need to be aware of? And that's it. Maybe this one too, I don't know. Go ahead and pull some. Okay. He's feeling like he's at a crossroads. He's feeling something really heavy. You feel like his faith is being tested about some activity, communication happening, or gossip, or something in the past. The outcome, he'll find a solution. The advice is to let go of some kind of ego, and then think about the lifespan. And then this is the obstacle he's going to be facing, being able to strategize or be cunning, or cunning ways are getting in the way. Okay. What else? Oops. Anything else happening with Trump? What else? In the month of September. Just going to grab him like this. Beware of disillusion because of a fair man. Be careful of some kind of disillusion because of this dude. Okay, what is the advice? Be focus on your happy and energy and peace. And then there's something about lighthearted, carefree time. Okay, is this taking it just too hard? Being too heavy, being a little extra about the whole situation when you need to let it go. And then the outcome is obstacles to overcome. You just have to deal with it. That's what it's telling me. All right, anything else? Any other messages or whatever comes up for Trump? Hate him, love him, it doesn't matter to me. I just want to do a reading on who's in charge kind of our country. The face of the country. All right, so here we go. Oh. Alrighty, so here we got time to wait and routine. Someone's being a little impatient. They feel like they have to wait for the right time. Something about the past. It has to do with something sweet. Temptation. Or the topic about that. What is the advice? Be careful about the snakes around you. People who are poisoned, jealous, sneaky around you. And then there's something about... I'm reading like it's just a regular person, okay? What is the opposite you're going to face? Is communication. Keeping in touch. Messages. Communication, period. What is the outcome? Given orders, feeling entitled, or taking leadership of this. Taking control of this is what it's telling me. All right. Let me see else. Anything else? You know what? Not this one. I like these cards, but they're just so hard to shuffle sometimes. Alrighty. So let's see. I'm going to fix these right up if I need to. Anything else for Trump? And then we'll call it. I'll put this out soon, I think. Okay, here we go. Trump, the situation is you're going to be thinking quite a bit. And he's wearing a red robe. Something about time. Something will end. There's communication. He's holding a scroll, text, information, a letter coming in. What is the past here? Some kind of friend, some kind of peace offer of some sorts in the past. And he's debating this. What is the advice? Show love and self-respect. Do the honorable thing. Look how she's standing in an honorable position. Justice almost kind of feeling here. And then the obstacle you're going to be facing is growth. It's almost like sacrificing some kind of growth in our country of some sorts. And then what is the outcome? Is someone acting a little immature, self-victim, feeling small, and playing games. Let me see. Let me get this oracles, and I think that's it. I mean, I want to be as thorough, see if something comes out with Trump that applies to this stuff. Okay, so I'm just gonna shuffle these a little bit more. Anything else? All right, so we have the zebra as a situation. Someone feeling a little eccentric, a little too much when some kind of idea is not even normal. It's almost like a unicorn. It's like you're imagining shit. You know that, right? I don't know why I wanted to say that. Something like that. All right, and what is the past? Feeling really excited about this. Feeling almost spiritual about this. Believing in this completely for Trump. What is the advice for Trump on this situation? Submerging. What the fuck did I write here? Feeling closed off? Why do I want to say that? It's like, don't be closed off. Don't just like focus on that. Something like that. Don't focus on something. What is the obstacle you're going to be facing? You're going to be worried about something hiding. Someone being a trash panda, looking up trash, making it look trashy of some sorts. Okay, what is the outcome? You're going to feel reluctant. Someone's going to feel very reluctant about this. What is the good stuff coming in for Trump in September, just overall? What's the good stuff? Having collaboration, cooperation, teamwork when it comes to defending something. Being loyal to something. Showing someone who maybe he was questioning, wondering, someone's going to show him that they want to work with him. Maybe they didn't work with him before. And they're going to show some kind of loyalty. Work together on loyalty. Okay. What is not the good stuff coming in? Not so... You know what? Not this one. I'm going to do this one. What's the not so good stuff coming in for Trump in September? Okay, so Venus retrograde, dealing with insecurities, appearance, body image, worthlessness, relationships, and sexuality. Hating on your spiritual, something about something, you're taking something personal, like someone's attacking you, your physical appearance, not even your job. You know, why not just attack someone based on their actions instead of their looks? Just saying. And then there's something about they're just going to be hating on you over this. Like you hating on someone that has no control over versus someone, and I hate that when anybody does that. It doesn't matter if it's Biden, Obama, Trump. It doesn't matter. You're hating on someone how they look, something they have no control over, like height, you know, something. All right, so let me just get rid of, you know, I'm not going to get rid of them yet. Anything else? Any gossip of what's happening around Trump in September? Okay. Oof. Okay, be careful. Someone's really keeping an eye on you. It's like this talks. Okay, one way to read it is you're self-reflecting how you don't have a fucking filter. Possibly. Or like you're trying to speak your truth. All right. And then something about the past people are going to be bringing back up. Some kind of proof or pictures or videos about you. But this also talks about a mirror. When I think about the mirror in this one, I think about the bathrooms in some places that people were just having a one-way, or what do you call it? mirror when they can see it from the other side. So there could be a mirror like that, glass, or it could be some kind of spying because they're waiting for you to say something that has no filter. So be careful what you say. And then if they want to connect this with something from the past and bring it up again, like grabbing by the, kind of thing, and they're trying to bring it up again because that's what they do. All right, bye.